مرحبا بكم يا أصدقائي. In today's lesson, we are going to learn how to say before in Arabic, which is قبل. However, before we get started, if you enjoy these videos and you would like to see more Arabic videos, then please hit subscribe now, as it really helps the channel grow. شكرا جزيلا. لنبدأ. So, before in Arabic is قبل. أنا دائما أفطر قبل المدرسة. I always eat breakfast before school. يضع الأطباق والأوعية على الطاولة قبل العشاء. He puts the plates and the tables on the bowl. He puts the plates and bowls on the table before dinner. So before a noun, before it's essentially in Arabic when we want to say before and then a noun, you just put qabla before the noun. Okay, let's see what happens when you want to say before and then a verb in Arabic. So, when you want to say before and then a verb followed by a verb in Arabic, for example, before I go or before taking the rubbish out, there are two ways. We can say qabla and then the word an, which means that, and this triggers the subjunctive. Now check out my video on the subjunctive and an. I'll put that in the description. Or you can say qabla and plus al-masdar, which is the verbal noun, for example, going or doing. Check out my video on al-masdar, the verbal noun as well. I'll put that in the description. So let's see these two different options in action. Well, there's actually three different options, but one of them is a variation on the masdar. Okay, before he goes to his office, he reads the newspaper. قبل أن يذهب إلى مكتبه يقرأ الجريدة. Okay, so the first one, quite literally, before that he goes, قبل أن, before that he goes. Now notice that it's يذهب. The verb is in the subjunctive, and this is indicated by the fatha ending. إلى مكتبه. مكتب is office. It is مكتبه, not مكتبه, because then any noun after a preposition, إلا, the noun goes into the genitive case, and so it must take the kasra ending. So it's مكتبه. Now, the next way that we could formulate this sentence in Arabic is قبل ذهابه إلى مكتبه يقرأ الجريدة. Okay, so here we have the verbal noun of ذهب, which is الذهاب, which means going. Now we've quite literally, to translate this, it is before his going to the office, because it's الذهاب, and then we have added the possessive suffix. So it's not before going, it is before his going. And this is indicated by the he. Now normally the possessive suffix is hu. So normally it would be just a normal sentence, his going, ذهابه. But nouns after qabla, just like after prepositions like illa, they go into the genitive case. So just like maktaba is after the genitive, after the illa, the preposition, it is in the genitive case. Dhahab is also in the genitive case because of it is after qabla. So that is why it has the kasra ending. So that's why it's dhahabihi. Okay? Also, because we have the possessive suffix, we don't need to have the al, the definite article. So it's not adhabihi. It's because we know it's already definite by dint of the possessive suffix. We don't need to have the al. So that's another way to form it. قبل ذهابه. Or we could just say قبل الذهاب إلى مكتبه يقرأ الجريدة. So this is more general. It's before going to his office, he reads the newspaper. So you're not being as specific here. You're just saying before going. So it could be referring to anyone. But we know it's referring to him because of the يقرأ. This shows he reads. Okay? So three ways to formulate it, by the way. By the way, this is the verbal noun, the masdar of dhahaba, al-dhahab. That's how it's spelled. Let's see some more examples to elucidate this further. Before I arrived in Yemen, I did not speak Arabic. Okay. قبل أن أصل إلى اليمن لم أتحدث اللغة العربية. Now, let's see the first example. Now notice in this sentence, we are in the past, before I arrived. However, we are still in the subjunctive, which is in the present. Okay, let's just bear with me, I'll explain this. So, قبل أن, before that, أصل, I arrive. وصل in the past. يصل in the present. أصل, and it is the fatha on top because it's in the subjunctive. Now, whenever you want to say before I arrived or before I went, so before plus verb in the past in Arabic, you still use the construction of the subjunctive, which indicates which is the present, even though you're talking about the past. You know it's in the past though because of the next verb, which is لم أتحدث. Now لم, check out my video on لم, is how we negate the past in Arabic. So لم أتحدث means I did not speak Arabic. So it's not قبل وصلت إلى اليمن, it's قبل أن أصل. Okay, so even though it literally translates to the present because it's the subjunctive, you know that it's in the past because of the following verb. Okay, so I did not speak Arabic. Another way to translate this is قبل وصولي إلى اليمن لم أتحدث اللغة العربية. So here we've got the مصدر of وصل, which is الوصول. So قبل وصولي, this is the possessive suffix. I didn't speak in Arabic. لم أتحدث. Now notice it's لم أتحدث because verbs after لم are in the jussive case. This means they take a sukun. You'll see that in my video on لم. A third way to translate this is قبل الوصول إلى اليمن لم أتحدث اللغة العربية. So this is more general again, it's not specifying, it's just before arriving in Yemen, I did not speak in Arabic. Now we know it's about me because of this verb, لم أتحدث. Okay, another example. Before she moved to Iraq, she did not know anyone. قبل أن تنتقل إلى العراق لم تعرف أي شخص. Okay, so let's see. The first example, quite literally, before that she moved to Iraq. Now, notice again, it's the same as قبل أن أصل. Even though it's in the past, we use the present here because it's the subjunctive. So even if it's past, we have to use the subjunctive here because that's what happens with قبل أن. So before she moved to Iraq, لم, again, negation of the past, عرف يعرف لم تعرف أي شخص. Now, أي شخص means it means anybody or anyone. She did not know anyone. شخص is person, plural. أشخاص is the plural. شخص, أشخاص. A means any. It can also mean which in different contexts, but we'll see that in another video. Another way to formulate this, قبل انتقالها إلى العراق لم تعرف أي شخص. So before, so the مصدر of انتقل is الانتقال. Now, quite literally, her moving to Iraq, انتقالها. انتقالها. This is the possessive suffix indicating that it's her moving to Iraq, and it's قبل انتقالها, not انتقالي, sorry, not انتقالها, انتقاليها, with the kasra because the noun is in the genitive case after the قبل. A final way to translate this is قبل الانتقال إلى العراق لم تعرف أي شخص. Again, it's more general here, it's not specified, it's just before moving to Iraq, then we know it's about her because of the ta'arif. Now, how do we say before me or before you or before us in Arabic? Well, we take قبل and then we add the relevant possessive suffixes. So for example, before me, قبلي, or before you, قبلك, or before you feminine, قبلك, before him, قبله, قبلها. Right, pause this, grab a pen and paper, and write this out until you memorize this, as it's imperative that you learn how to say before me, before you in Arabic. Okay, let's see some examples to illustrate this. بدأ يلبس هذه القبعة قبلي. He started to wear this hat before me. اكتشفت هذا الزقاق قبلنا. She discovered this alley before us. جربت excuse me. جربت هذا الطعام قبلك. I tried this food before you. زار القلعة قبلهم. He visited the castle before them. That's all for today. I hope you found this video useful. If you've got any questions, please put them in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. شكرا جزيلا وإلى اللقاء.